speaking of then coming back to then your channel, um,
Yeah.
I wanted to understand because I wonder how everyone talks about, the algorithm, this magic
Yeah.
mystic rune thing that nobody understands.
Yeah.
In your videos now, you're at like 50,000 subs almost.
Mhm.
There's like some videos which there's the consistent videos that do like tens of thousands of views, right? From the 30 to the 90. I was doing my accountant analysis on your channel.
I've
Yeah,
noticed. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
then there's some videos that blow up, right? And mostly Apple products. So do you think that's your category, do you think? Or just that's what it's become, or that's something you focused on?
So I think in YouTube, there's a constant pressure to kind of submit to the algorithm and do
Hmm.
what the algorithm thinks. Like everybody comes into it thinking that, oh, I'm going to do what I like.
Yeah.
And then they realize the more I do what I like, the more unwell that it doesn't do that well. I have to do what the algorithm likes. And then it kind of just changes you into this person who's the same as everybody else. You're still doing the same clickbaity titles. You're still
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
same, style of thumbnails. So it kind of just forces you to be whatever, people want to see. So I actually have a problem with that. And that's, even though alhamdulillah, like some of my videos have blown up, um, I could be doing a lot better. For example, my most viewed video, I think over like 1 million views, is my iPad accessories video. Well, now I have a short that's done like 2 million, but I
Yeah.
think in terms of actual videos, my iPad accessories, that one has done over 1 million. And the thing is, when I dropped that and it was blowing up, everybody was telling me, Tausif, like, this is a time you got to zone in, start doing more iPad videos,
Yeah.
start doing more
Yeah.
accessory videos, more iPad accessory videos. And for that entire year, that rest of the year, I don't know if it was just subconscious or I adamantly didn't do any of them. I didn't do any iPad videos. I didn't do any accessory videos, and I didn't want to. And it's a really bad business decision and a really bad growth decision, because I could have fully ridden that wave of people that were checking that out, and then YouTube would recommend this video, and they were all kind of like rise up. But I've always been like, I only do videos on stuff that I enjoy talking about in that very moment.
Hmm.
If like, something is hot, or I haven't done a video on it, but like I don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to do it. Right. So for me, it was like, I've already done my iPad accessories video. I'm not going to put out more like, oh, iPad accessories under $25 or something. Like I didn't want to do that. So I just didn't. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's a smart business decision, smart YouTube decision for sure. It just wasn't for me. Um, and that's consistently happened. Like anytime one of my videos blow up, I usually don't do similar videos after that.
Hmm.
But the reason why you see a lot of Apple related videos on my channel is it's simply because that's what I use. Like that's my daily, right. As
Right.
a content creator, I edit on Final Cut Pro, which kind of got me into Mac. And after that, everything else was kind of just in that ecosystem of the Apple products. Like I did a Pixel video that did pretty well as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just enjoy doing talking about products that I'm actually excited about and I use. So, for example, I think I've done so far like 2 or 3 videos on the new MacBook Pros, and that's because that's kind of like taken up most of my brain space. Where I'm super excited about this. I'm talking to people about it. I'm discussing with other people about different specs and actually
Yeah.
trying to check it out. So it's all because that is what I'm interested in that moment. So if you see like a particular video and, somebody asked me from work before I quit, actually, he's like, man, I love your channel, but you always just do Apple stuff, right? Like, are you paid by Apple? I'm like, no, it's just what I use. Right.
Sure.
So it just comes down to that.
But then now that you're also doing it full time, then another
Yeah.
thing was there's the videos that get tens of thousands of views. There's the videos that get hundreds of thousands of views. But in
Yeah.
between, you have videos that get like a few thousand views as well.
Correct.
Given that now this is not just a side thing, this is your main thing,
Yeah.
right? All
Hmm.
those,
Hmm.
there's a difference in perspective of, yeah, the algorithms, whatever. I'm going to push my creative
Yeah.
side first. But now, do you feel, I mean, it's only been a month, and do you feel that you have to tune into the algorithm a bit more, make some of those creative compromises to sort of keep things consistent?
Yeah. And I think who was it? I think Sarah Dici, she said it best. she does like two for them, one for me sort of
Right,
thing. Like, so she'll
right.
do two videos for the algorithm, then she'll do one for herself. And I think that is probably a healthy way of
Hmm.
approaching it, where it's like, yeah, you still got to pay your bills. So you still got to, put out what people want to see. And then you can have maybe like one creative project that you do, in the month or something that, that really intrigues you. Um, I take a slightly different approach in the sense that for me, I still try to bridge that gap in every video. And so, for example, when I talk about tech and the A-roll segment of me kind of like sitting down, telling you about this laptop, that's my least favorite by far to talk about, to script, and to edit, and to film as well. My most exciting part is where I do like those funky like scripts and stories, and like, like where I'm like, kind of breaking up with like my MacBook or something, like something
Yeah,
absurd,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's my most favorite part to think about, to script, to film, to edit. Like that part, that stuff gets me excited. Even the video I launched like yesterday, I did like this intro where like, me and my friends kind of come together. That
Yeah.
was my favorite part by far. Um, so I think what I've tried to do is, in every video, in order to get me excited about that video, I start off with trying to come up with a creative way that I can tell the story, right? So even if I'm doing a video for the algorithm, I'm like, okay, what's a creative way that I could have fun in this video and show my, exercise my creative muscles? And that's
Sure.
why I started doing the whole storytelling and,
Mm.
cinematic portions and whatnot, because that stuff gets me excited. And then once I do that, then it's like, okay, well, now I'll finish the rest of the video because I want everyone to see this first 10 seconds of this video. Okay, well, I got to finish the other, like, 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. So it's kind of like my motivation to get through the video as well.